No, this is gonna be a short one. It's about this kind of game called The Forgotten Tribe. And I would say that this is one of the, you could say, a modern kind of game, because you could call this game a briefly, bluntly put, it's called, I would say, trophy boosting game, because this game's design and graphics and presentation generally is very primitive, as in something like 40 years ago it would have been considered quite ugly looking and simplistic and short game. But now, yep, and now they actually make and sell these games, but luckily at least, you could say even the full price of it was nothing but, well, it was about €1 and it was discounted with 90%, so it was 9 cents. That ain't much to get yourself very easily platinum trophy if you're into that kind of things. So let's just show this game. Yep, at least the makers made this kind of presentation of it, trying to make it something like a folks game board claim. Yep, grand story, yep. Cause it's intro. Yeah, that looks like a nuclear explosion, so it's a post-apocalyptic game. And although, despite this game trying to appear as it would be something like 40 years old, you could say that the music sounds simplistic, but it has more beef, so it's kind of anachronistic style in that kind of sense. Yeah, and I think that the resolution of the graphics is also bigger than were available in about 40 years ago, or using some Commodore. Actually, no. Commodore 64 was already bought out a few years ago, 40 years ago, and that machine had 16 colors and very beefy sound system for its time. Oh, but yeah, post-apocalyptic. Guy got stuck in a cave. Yeah, he's got animation frames, and yeah, there's even a map screen. So yeah, you can actually look at although the map screen doesn't show connections between the rooms, it just shows the personal layout and also where you're supposed to be going. So it takes some walking about. So yeah, get the guy. Now you have another guy following you, and that you just find the guy and go inside. Yep, level 1, that's it. There's no enemies, there's basically nothing of a, you could say, challenging of the, you could say, in style of challenging gameplay. And I didn't do a check that was are the mazes random or not, but just find two things. You have to find the guy and find the exit. And even without any kind of, you could say, competence in sense that here I would be actually just trying to brute force this game, it wouldn't be particularly, you could say, difficult. And here you can even use the map screen, so this game was designed to be ludicrously easy and simplistic, as in just, yeah, you can just easily get yourself a platinum trophy with this game. That was this game's more basic premise design. Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, it was just a corridor design in here. Oh yeah, go down, find the guy, and now it's a big walk. So, of course, if you wouldn't have the map function, this would be a bit more, you could say, maze-like cave. But it really isn't that much of it really is not much of game. And I'm watching, and it was completely on design. Yep. Oh yeah, just go down. Yep, and when you look up at the map, there might be something like plenty of space to go, but not much actually stuff. And even the fact that in this stage, you really don't need to move much around the maze to get all these guys. But the guy is some sort of weird, looks I would say almost a biblical style in sense that it's this simplistic guy with some sort of staff or rod walking around, or shepherd's crook walking around. So there really isn't that, you could say, much of interesting design in this game. Well, which I'm more than certain that it is completely by design. This game was simply made to fill the niche of that. So yeah, somebody wants to have a dopamine rush of getting a platinum trophy or something like that. Or even though this general design of this is, well, extremely simplistic is the word. Because of any complete lack of perils and threats and all that kind of things, which you could say are the things that make game design and make game. Yeah, I got the guy. But as much as you could say, this game at least is, you could say, extremely stable platform. Yeah, just walk that guy and rooms right here. Not complex at all this stage. And even this stage you can see that there's this little extra area that you start in. Yep, not a slight little amount of dead end, but nothing too complex. And then there's this narrow edge, that means that you just can't avoid it, gathering that guy. And then you would be just walking right through it. Oh hey, look at that, I'm already getting the perfect ending of this game. Although I might say that maybe at the early to mid 80s, they might not have had difficulties animating this kind of amount of dudes walking around, especially with all these overlapping things. But that's just a little nitpickery, because this game's design is very crude. Even for something like it could be 40 years old, this game's design is very crude. Oh yeah, now level 9 complete. All tribes people found. Oh yeah, the ending. Oh yeah, that's how this game is. You get perfect score of this game ending. Oh, so yeah, they had to run away. They left the cave. Yeah, that's it. Real simple, real dumb, real easy game. About less than 10 minutes of amusement. But you get a platinum trophy from this and gold trophies. They didn't even put any bronze or silver trophies. Yep, just gold and platinum. Yep, trophy hoarding game. But luckily, hey, it's cheap.